I took her to the family doctor, then on to a neurologist, and they did some testing and said she had Alzheimer's. It got to the point where I had to dress her and feed her and help her up down the steps, became nonverbal. And at that point, the family and I decided we better call hospice. The first day they were there, they were so friendly, so professional. After the first visit, I knew we made the right decision. She just kept getting worse and worse, and as the time was drawing near, she stopped eating, stopped drinking, and she passed. They did a lot for me. They made me very comfortable knowing what they do and how they did it. It was just amazing. Even after she passed, they would call me to check on me. Hospice has a wonderful organization. Not only were the people there to care for her, but we had a doctor in charge, we had nurse practitioners, we had social workers, we had chaplain services, and nurses' aides was the ones that did most of the work, and everything was going well. They made light of a lot of things and made it, I learned a lot just by watching them, make me become a better caregiver.
My mother, she was diagnosed with ovarian cancer on April 16th of 2019. It was very hard to accept that, and as time went on, we decided to call in hospice, and we did the in-home hospice care, and they took care of my mother with the utmost grace, and they were wonderful. I spent a lot of time with Valencia because I lost my dad a year and a half later. And then 10 months later, I lost my sister to pancreatic cancer. So that's really when I came to Valencia, is when my sister got her cancer. She got me through a really rough stage because I lost my entire birth family within 2.5 years. They talked to us about what would happen, the steps, what to expect. They just made a horrible experience better.
Well, I had, at that point, 35-year marriage, and it was wonderful. We enjoyed all our time together. And he got what we thought was the flu, and then by the time we got through a few weeks of testing, we found that he had stage 2A pancreatic cancer. As I was driving us to treatments, I was always a jumpy person, but it had become extreme. So I realized that I needed someone to talk to help work that through. And for me, that was here at St. Elizabeth Hospice. The hospice team at St. Elizabeth provided me with deep listening, care, compassion, every moment, anything they could do to help.
He started off, I thought, pretty mild symptoms. I think you don't even want to recognize them. And then one day we were in Louisville and he was driving, and we had lived in Louisville, and he was going in circles. So it was pretty obvious that there was something wrong. Then he fell, and that was another turning point. And I think that's pretty much when I contacted hospice. I just can't tell you how much they meant to me. They wanted to make sure I knew that they were there 24 hours a day. We waited a month to have his memorial service, and both the nurse and the social worker came, and it was very touching to have those people remember your husband. It's the best supportive system that surrounds you in love and concern for you and your family that you could possibly get.